Want to make a podcast? Spotify's got a platform that lets you make one super easily, then distribute it everywhere, and even earn money. We like that. All in one place for totally free. It's called Spotify for Podcasters, and here's how it works. Spotify for Podcasters lets you record and edit podcasts right from your cellular telephone or your computer, so no matter what your setup is like, you can start creating today. Then you can distribute your podcast to Spotify and everywhere else, those other places that podcasts are heard.
Video podcasts are also available on Spotify, and when you want to take conversations with your fans to the next level, Q&As and polls are the best way to get them talking. With Spotify for Podcasters, you can earn money in a variety of ways, including ads and podcast subscriptions. And best of all, it's totally free, zero catch. We've been using it ever since we started How Long Gone. And ever since I discovered Spotify for Podcasters, I feel like having the option of turning off the Q&As and the polls on the user dashboard has really helped boost my creativity and take it to another level. I highly recommend giving it a try. Download the Spotify for Podcasters app or go to www.spotify.com/podcasters to get started. Hello, New Year's Eve. I guess this is New Year's Day, 2021, first pod of the year, recording.
2020 sucked, and I'm just like really glad to move on. I feel like 2021 is going to be like way fucking better. TJ, how do you feel?
I think it's definitely going to be better. I don't think it's going to. I mean, yeah, I think I'm actually very hopeful for 2021.
What if I just to throw a wrench in the plan here? What if I said it's going to be worse?
Then I would probably move to Australia. I mean, after I'm watching these videos of everyone celebrating New Year's Eve in their respective countries, and things seem to be pretty chill and normal in Australia right now.
Yeah, I think I saw a live concert happening, like with fans.
With fans?
And I don't mean ceiling. I mean cheering.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You don't mean no ceiling fans. You're talking about hundreds of absolute shit cunts in the crowd.
Going bonkers.
Having a blast. Yeah, so we are here, where are we at right now? We're in Charleston,
South Carolina. One of arguably the best city in the South. TJ, what do you think so far?
I mean, it doesn't take much to be the best city in the South. I'm more of a Miami man myself.
Miami's not the South. Miami's Florida. That's its own country. It's, I would say, more similar to Cuba.
It is more similar to Cuba. Is it considered Miami to not be part of the real South, or is that just a blackism, or is that like a real thing?
I think it's. I don't know if it's a real thing, but if I say it, then it rings true. But no, I think it's more just Miami's kind of.
So it is a blackism.
Miami's just kind of like its own thing.
It is, but it is so. But I mean, yeah, it's not real South. I'll tell you that. But I mean, Charleston is really nice. I like it. It's very, the houses, the architecture, the streets, the way the city's all set up. It's very cute and quaint. It's just, nice people walking around, and everyone seems to be happy and in a good mood and white. And they have all kinds of vineyard vines to wear. It is a stinky town because of its proximity to the sea.
I told you. Luckily, thank God for my 4 eyes, I saw some sick streetwear this morning at the local juice bar after I had a high-low workout.
Okay.
Saw two fellas. It could have been me and TJ, actually, but luckily, I rubbed my glasses clean and realized it wasn't us. One fellow was wearing a Jerry Lorenzo Fear of God Essentials hoodie and a teal, and his buddy was wearing a Cactus Jack hoodie with some Air Jordans. And let me tell you something, they're both white fraternity brother types.
None of that really surprises me at all, right? That doesn't surprise
No, it doesn't surprise me either, but it's nice to see some streetwear, to be honest. It made me feel, it felt like a warm hug.
No, that happened to me when we were in the hotel in Asheville, and I saw, some valet guy wearing some off-white shoes, and I was like, oh, I needed that right now.
It happens everywhere, but I feel like you've leaned into you've been doing a Southern accent for the last 48 hours. That's improving. It's not great, but it's getting better.
It's improving.
I feel like you've leaned into this more than not more than I expected you to, about as much as I expected you to.
Christopher, that's sure, sweetie.
We love accents, you know that on this podcast.
Look,
and
I mean, to me, whenever I travel into a place, I like to do as they do, you know, and instead of doing as they exactly do, I do as I think that they might do, when that's usually far from correct often.
Very interesting approach.
Yeah, you know, if I think it's not that crazy to think that people just walk around and say hi to each other. I think that's a normal thing. I mean, I do that a lot. I know you don't do that, but I say hi to strangers every day, all the time.
Yeah, but the way you do it does feel like a troll. And one of these old Southern guys could pull out a fucking Glock 9 and put one in your foot.
I don't think it comes off as a troll.
Maybe it's because they don't know you and they don't know that your life is trolling.
Yeah,
so
I mean, they have no reason to believe. You know, it's a victimless crime. They have no reason to believe that when I say "morning, y'all," for all they know, that's just me being a normal guy saying "morning, y'all" to some passersby.
That's true. I mean, let's get back to the major cities here, because we've been Charleston. We've had some great food. We've had some great times, but there's something that Jason needs to address with the audience.
Oh, God damn it. Dinner at Fig last night was really good. It was. I wasn't expecting it to be that great, but it really was that great.
You didn't think it would be that good?
I mean, like, I don't know. I'm always very skeptical when I go to a restaurant and I'm like, I have moments where I'm like blown away. It doesn't come too often, so when it does, it really does come kind of as a shock.
Which dish blew you away last night?
I mean, I think it may have been they had a really impressive chicken liver mousse, and that rice dish with the smoked trout roe and the raw fish with the lemon aioli. That was a really special one too. I mean, the whole fucking menu was pretty good except for the steak. Steak was a little bit of a dud, under season. And those mashed potatoes fucked me up, fam.
Well, Jason told me something about mashed potatoes that I didn't know. That if they taste that good in a restaurant, the reason you'll never be able to make them at home is because the amount of butter and cream to make them taste good is staggering, to the point where you couldn't do that to yourself if you saw it in front of you.
Yeah. It's, those mashed potatoes were definitely 60% tater, 40% butter. But that's okay. Yeah, so you were talking about before, my man A Wang has been in the news lately. I don't remember where I talked about it before, but he also sexually assaulted me.
So we were at the greatest party of our lives. Holy Mountain, a special night we've talked about before, where Jason played the Sex and the City theme song Into the Smiths, and the whole room levitated, which we've talked about multiple times on other podcasts. But that night, Jason was wearing a Boy Better Know t-shirt and some, I'm sure, shorts, right?
I was wearing some shorts. I was wearing a t-shirt that said "Boy Better Know." Not, I was just supporting the musicians and the grime MC crew, Boy Better Know, and I thought it was a fitting tee to wear. And then Wang climbed me like a tree.
Did Wang put his hand down your pants, or was it just an outside the pants grab?
It was 90% outside the pants, 10% trying to get. You hear me knocking, will let me in, and I said, no, Alexander.
So the failing Alexander Wang and his beautiful skin and hair touched you inappropriately at the club, but were you on drugs at the time?
No, I was not on drugs. I was drunk, but I wasn't.
You were gone off the Tito's, and were you smoking cigs maybe?
Yeah, I was. But I don't think smoking cigarettes would impair my judgment that much.
No, this would never be. This isn't about you. This is about Alexander Wang. You didn't do anything wrong. I was just trying to understand
Thank you, Chris.
Your state of mind at the time. You know what I mean?
My state of mind was playful, but also it was kind of interesting energy of, like, if you're a guy and you're standing in the middle of a dance floor of, like, a very sexual gay club. I'm not saying that I was asking for it, but I'm also saying, it's not the strangest thing in the world if someone grabs my dick. Sometimes I feel that way if I'm DJing at a gay club, or if I'm just at a gay club dancing, enjoying myself, of like, am I pissing anyone off? Is it kind of like, why are you here, like, in the middle of the dance floor if you're not gay? It's kind of like, at least just let us have this thing. But gay clubs are fun.
I remember that night because no one looked at me twice, but I was just
because they thought you were undercover.
I did look undercover, not in a cool,
so
sexy.
You've never appealed to gay men. Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't go that far, sweetie. But I not to the point where they would be unable to keep their hands off of me in a public setting. That's for sure.
Well, different strokes for different folks. But yeah, it was weird because when that happened, I think it's like a generational thing or an age thing or whatever. But like, for me, I mean, I don't know if it's healthy or unhealthy or whatever. But for me, at the time when it happened, like I'm like a giant, tall, grown adult man. And Alexander Wang is just like this squeaky little guy who's just like funny and being like, like he's like a crazy personality, So if he comes up to you and he grabs my dick and, like says flirtatious things to me, it doesn't really affect me that much. I'm just like, oh, that's funny, like whatever, it's a crazy story. I'm not. It's not going to like. It won't affect me or my mental health at all.
Yes. Well, I mean, I think that's the thing. Everybody processes things differently, and I mean, I mean, some of the stories sound much worse than yours from what I understood.
For
I haven't
sure,
delved deeply, but like if he was literally drugging people, that is fucking dark.
Yeah, that is dark.
And that's where it's like that is like. Also, how do you think you're going to get away with that when you're famous? Or maybe that's why you think you're going to get away with it?
I mean, I think it's the same, a similar pattern to all these people who are, sexually abusing people and getting canceled for it. It's just like you've been doing it for so long and you're getting away with it and you have to keep pushing the boundary. And it's a little bit of that.
Yeah, that's true.
And, because, the getting away with something is also what you're getting off on. But the other part of it is like, if you do it long enough, your behavior that your peers of your similar age group consider to be excusable or just like, oh, that's just them being them, or like, don't hang out with that guy, he'll rape you. And then like, oh, I hung out with him and he raped me. And you're like, yep, shouldn't have done that. I told you, like that type of stuff. If you do it long enough, your generation will catch up with itself and you will do it to, a 17-year-old woke person who's going to be like, wait a minute, this is like really bad and fucked up. And then everyone else is going to be like, yeah, I guess you're right. It is pretty bad and fucked up.
Yeah, this isn't funny. This is like serious. But I mean, look, we're here and we're podcasting. Jason, I'm glad you made it out. I'm glad it didn't affect you too much. And to all the people it did affect, fuck Alexander Wang. We ain't buying that ugly shit. No way. I ain't even gonna wear tea by Alexander Wang. You know what I'm saying? Fuck out of here. Fuck out of here. It ain't 2008 no more. Your time's up, loser.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So it's fuck Wang.
So I mean, I guess we don't have time to get into it now because we do have a guest. But I mean, yeah, we can talk to him about it too. I just wanted to hear what 2021 brings for TJ and what he's trying to manifest in 2021. Besides getting the bag on Spotify, you can listen to your favorite podcast there.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty much just getting the bag, I guess, making...
Same. I mean, what else matters, dude, honestly?
Well, you know what? Actually, one thing that I would like to do for 2021 is maybe stop smoking cigs.
It ain't gonna happen, pussy. You love cigs too much, and it's cool for you. Don't give up on something that you love.
I knew you were going to be supportive like this.
I just think that, look, man, you don't really take care of yourself that well, but you take care of yourself better than most smokers.
That's very true.
So you have that going for you.
Not 100% cold turkey, but maybe set some more boundaries and ground rules to keep it in check.
Well, that's fine. I feel like you're already doing that. I feel like you're blasting less.
Yeah, I mean, on this trip, I'm probably having like one a day at the most.
I mean, all you're doing on this trip is eating the nastiest shit I've ever seen.
That's not true, Chris.
Bro, the way you eat is honestly eye-opening to me.
I should be fatter?
I just didn't know people could do it.
See, it's weird because some people that we talk to, they're like, oh, it sounds like you have like an eating disorder. And then we talk to you and they're like, oh my God, I've never like the way and the amount of food that you put down is alarming. So it confuses my little brain, Chris.
Well, everybody's different. And I guess holiday TJ is going off a little more than every day.
This is part of my life philosophy. There's a time and a place for everything. If you're on holiday, you buy the ticket, you take the ride. You're gonna be like, what else am I gonna do in the South except for spend my money and time on seeking out different biscuits to eat. Like that's pretty much about it. What else am I going to do?
I guess that's a good point.
Check out some monuments that have been torn down.
Well, you didn't ask me to do that, or I would have done happily.
Go to a NASCAR. There's nothing to do here.
I'm not going to sit here and listen to that disrespect from my people and my culture, but it is time to.
You agree with that more than I do.
Of course I do, bitch. That's why I don't live here. Come on, family. Come on. That's why I got out. That's why I'm the South's favorite graduate, baby. I graduated summa cum laude. You know what I'm saying? From the South, and now I'm up spreading the good word in the coastal areas of the United States.
You got a master's degree in being a city slicker, and now you're here. You came back.
They see me and they say, there he is, the man who abandoned us to become a city slicker. And then they shoot a couple bullets at my feet.
You make me goddamn sick.
You make me sick. We do have a guest today, known crooner, songwriter, producer, LA resident, apparently chef and owner of a very expensive piece of equipment, Mayor Hawthorne. Where is he? Is he from the Yay area?
No, I think he's from the Detroit area.
Oh, that's right. You're absolutely right. I did know that.
Thank you.
A soul man of the highest caliber, beautiful voice. He's posting plaques that he's got with Future, so I need to get to the bottom of that personally.
We need I think there's a possibility that he could be a recovering Def Jux daddy.
He is. He's a recovering. I mean, he literally might be signed to Stone's Throw as we speak.
You say it like it's a bad thing, or like it's like a disease that somebody could have.
I suffered from Def Jux, and I'm very glad I was able to get the Def Jux Daddy vaccine. It's very limited.
Ask your doctor what you can do about listening to Def Jux.
Well, luckily, I was able to get it before Run the Jewels, thank God. So,
Yo, he said, run that vax.
Run that vax. Run the vax.
Yeah, and also, Killer Mike, you should change your name. It's just insensitive right now.
He should change a lot of things, like not releasing music ever again. Okay, let's give Mayor a jingle in LA, New Year's Eve, just chatting with a bud.
So it looks like you're reporting to us live from the E! News studios. Is that true?
It does.
An exciting day at the Hawthorne household.
Is this the new crib?
Really. This is the new crib, man. Yeah.
Okay, so you're in what, Los Feliz?
We're in the happy, yes, Los Feliz.
Yeah, this really does look like the damn E Studios. This is fire. He's about to report on Brad Pitt.
It looked like a green screen.
Yeah, it looks like a green screen. And what's the fit here? Are you wearing a Versace robe, or is that just a regular robe?
This is not Versace. This is some vintage thing I found in Japan. But I wish I could. I might like try to manufacture these or something, because so many people have tried to like buy it off me.
You're the only guy who's really dressed up this way for this audio-based medium, and I appreciate your attention to detail, even when the only person it matters to is you.
This is just the everyday, man. I hate to break it to you guys, but
no, it's cool. I mean,
I hate to break it to you guys.
If I was just going to the grocery store, this would be it.
I appreciate guys like I think I really appreciate when people commit like that. I've had a few friends in my life that like that's just what it is all the time, and I really appreciate it. But unfortunately, I don't have that in me, and I know Jason doesn't either, because he looks like a fucking bum every time I see him.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I don't know if I'd go that far. You know, he got his own style.
I have my own style, Chris, and the way you said it right there. He's got his own style was a nice, you let me down easy, and that's sweet of you for doing that. Thank you for that.
Look,
I appreciate it. I'm not one of those guys, like, to each his own, but I don't own a pair of sweatpants, so.
Do you not wear, so if you're chilling at home watching Netflix just on the couch, you're wearing real clothing?
I'm wearing a full suit.
No, you're not. You're wearing real clothing on the couch.
I have comfortable clothing. I mean, I have many pairs of pajamas that I will wear, but they're not. I mean, don't get it twisted. It's pajama season around the house most days.
Okay, damn, what a great. So you're kind of you're working hard, but you're living a little bit of a retired lifestyle. It feels like.
We're trying. Man, I may as well be retired the way things are going with the music business. I'm pretty much retired.
Hey, man! I know those. Don't talk about Spotify like that. You can listen to all your favorite artists and podcasts on Spotify. So don't do that.
We're gonna get we're in talks right now with Spotify to get a couple more millicents per stream.
Right, micro pennies. Right,
your micro pennies. We're gonna fight for you.
No, but this is something I want to talk about because I know a handful of independent artists that tell me they make great money on digital streaming platforms. But then I hear the constant conversation, in the mainstream media, lamestream media, is that Spotify, all of them, Spotify, Apple, Tidal, whatever you want to choose, is basically just not paying anyone. So can you give us, what has your experience been?
As usual, with everything in the entertainment business, that the way it's been for centuries is the labels make all of the money. You know this.
Yeah.
And the artists get nothing. And that's just the way that it is. And
by the way, I'm looking at your view in that microphone and that robe. It looks like that you got a little something. So maybe you're signing better. Maybe you got a good lawyer. Maybe your deals are better. I don't even know what labels you're on, but it must be good. It must not be that bad.
I made some good investments.
Oh.
I will say music did actually buy me my first house that I had in Culver City. That was just like an absolutely amazing thing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I can really say that music bought me a house.
That is great.
It wasn't like a super nice house, but it bought me a house.
What era is this? Is this like OG Mayor Hawthorne's like 7-inch vinyl shaped like a heart era?
So it was slightly after that, though. It was really like after I dropped the second. It was after I signed to Universal Republic and got the big bag. Advance, and I signed with Sony ATV for publishing, and
we love the big publishing deal, baby. That's what really greases the wheels. You already know.
I mean, publishing deals, that's what's paying for this view right here for sure. It's the publishing, because I will never make a penny off of any of those major label releases. I'll never those accounts will never be recouped probably.
Well, I'm just happy to see you out at Culver.
Yeah, me too. Thanks, TJ. I appreciate that, man.
That's some LA growth, baby. You know what I'm saying? Are you liking Eastside life?
It's a transition for sure.
Uh-oh.
It's a wild transition for me, but this was definitely the right time to do it. Number one, because we're just spending so much more time at home, and number two, because Culver is getting rough again over there.
I thought Culver was like fully gentrified with guys like Jason going to Sweet Green on their lunch break.
It really was, and it still is. I mean, Amazon moved in offices over there, and I think either HBO or Apple or somebody is putting the offices in. I mean, it's definitely turning into a Sweet Green scene,
which is a good thing.
Yeah, we're pro Sweet Green over here for sure.
You're goddamn right.
On this side,
you made a little scratch though when you upgraded from Culver to Los Feliz. You did it the right. You sold high.
I sold high. Yeah, man. I just got. Just like with everything, it's all just luck. I mean,
but no, I think you've had some wise investments, and a lot of people I know who come into some money, they either don't really invest it at all. They don't play the game whatsoever, or they make some bad choices.
Yeah,
but I mean, it is luck. You did a little. I mean, I don't know how much you want to talk about your investment portfolio on this podcast.
Well, I'm pretty interested in it because me personally, I just like to stack my guap and look at it, but I know that I should be investing it more. So I would love to get Mayor Hawthorne's investment tips.
I mean, I'm a Jew raised by Jew parents.
That's usually how it goes.
My grandmother bought me, when I had my bar mitzvah or whatever, instead of giving me money, she gave me like some shares of Walmart stock.
That's fire.
Damn.
Which is just, like at the time you're just like, what the hell is this, Grandma? Like I'm 13 years old. Like I want Nintendo games or whatever.
Mm-hmm. I can't buy no goddamn Jordans with this Walmart stock.
Right. It's, I don't know. I learned early I was really, really fortunate to grow up in a household that like understood about investing, and that's definitely paid off.
So how much money did you make off of that bar mitzvah Walmart stock? Or do you still have it?
I don't. I sold it a long time ago, but mostly because I just can't stand Walmart. I just didn't want to be in. I only invest in things that I like and use.
Hey man, I absolutely hate Walmart. It makes me sick to my stomach when I go in there.
I've actually never set foot inside a Walmart in my life.
Good for you.
Damn, that's very cool. That is very cool.
I'm kind of proud of that. And even like
especially since you're from Michigan.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Right.
That's a good point.
Right. Well, we didn't have one in Ann Arbor. So where I grew up in Ann Arbor, Michigan, which is definitely like a very, very liberal college town. And we didn't have a Walmart. So that's a huge reason why I didn't go. I made it a rule that my tour doesn't stop at Walmart. And you should see the look on the tour bus driver's face.
They don't like that.
When I tell him that he's not allowed to stop at Walmart.
That's like telling the tour bus driver he can't do meth to drive overnight, bro. You can't do that.
Right.
What did you say, you goddamn pussy city boy?
Yo, they are just like bewildered when I tell them that. But you gotta stand for what you believe in.
I used to have that rule with McDonald's, but then my current life partner, she likes getting loose with the fillet of fish sometimes.
Really? Oh, that's interesting.
The things that you do for love.
I do an annual McRib nib, but that's all. That's the extent of my McDonald's.
McRib nib.
Is the McRib? I've never had one, obviously, because I've been vegetarian for so long. But is that shit actually that good?
Yeah.
It's delicious. It's scientifically engineered to be absolutely delicious.
It is. It really is quite delicious.
It's amazingly delicious. I mean, I wouldn't go eating one. It's terrible for you, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
What would why do they purposely not add it to the permanent menu just to keep people excited?
I think so.
Yeah, I think so. I think they've run the data and the statistical numbers that it works out better to do it this way. Deprivation marketing.
Right. The algorithm said to put it out every 15 months or something like that is optimal. It's great for me because it means I only have to go to McDonald's once every 15 months or something.
Well, speaking of food, I know we were just installing some new cookware, some new kitchen equipment in the crib.
Man, exciting day. We have not had a range, so we've been living here in the new house for about a month now.
So you're more of a Porsche guy? A stove. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry. I was confused, guys. I'm not a homeowner. I'm not a homeowner. I'll just step back on this one.
I don't have the Range Rover. That's why I can afford the house.
I see. You do make smart investments. You're different than most of these guys I know in LA.
I didn't blow my money on the Range Rover.
And also, even though it's widely considered that investing in restaurants and things like that is a terrible idea, you were able to do that and make a little bread. So, well, good on you.
I did make a little bread. Yeah, I got that. And that was another just like super random lucky thing. I'm not a partner in any restaurants actually, but I invested in the Bungalow early on.
The Bungalow, it's like a restaurant, bar, lounge, club kind of thing.
Yeah, they do some little taco food or something like that. It's like
where is this?
The one that I'm a partner in is the one in Huntington Beach, actually. That's where TJ's from, right?
Damn, he said, I'm putting my money on Huntington Beach. That's what I'm doing. I'm betting on Huntington.
I'm definitely betting that they're going to be the first ones to reopen the bar.
Yeah, it's kind of like beachside lounge club. It's like a chill club.
It's very California, and that's kind of why I was like, okay, I'll invest in it because it wasn't like a trendy club that like some kind of SBE thing that's going to just change. And you
weren't going to drop $50K into Story Vegas. And then
exactly.
Calvin Harris is going to DJ there for 3 months, and then it'll go out of business.
Yeah, it's like California never goes out of style.
Damn.
Ooh, this sounds like a damn Casamigos ad right now.
You guys can have that, Clooney. You can have that one.
I want to invest in something just so I can give my homies $1 million each. And I don't even have 14 homies that I want to give $1 million to. That's fucked up.
I don't have 14 homies.
That was incredible.
The coolest thing of all time. I mean, honestly, if you're that rich and then you get, I mean, that the Casamigos money is free bands. I mean, you kind of have to give it away. It's dirty money, basically.
Yeah, I did. My other investment that I'm super proud of is I just invested in a natural wine bar and shop in Manhattan called People's.
Oh, yeah, I know People's. Yeah, it's down the street from me.
Yeah, it's in the new Essex market.
Yeah, and that's pretty poppin', right?
People's has, I mean, man, the pandemic was pretty good for wine sales, for better or for worse.
Yeah, so you really did get lucky because a lot of these investments, there's not a ton of data that is going to be able to let you know if any of these are going to be surefire wins,
Yeah, I just, I try to just invest in things that I believe in, and that, it sounds super corny, but that's...
No, I mean, I think that's the way it should be. Otherwise, like, what's the point?
Yeah, that's what I've always heard people say. Whereas, I mean, I just don't have the patience, the understanding, and I've always been told that...
Or the money.
Shut up, bitch! But I had a great experience. Actually, I should ask you about this. I had a great experience this year with some investing in cards of the sports variety.
Oh, I've heard this from many of my friends that they've been making a killing on sports.
I don't know
cards.
anything about sports, but my cousin's husband, who I've obviously become friendly with over the years, is pretty deep in the game as like a dealer. And I basically just, gave him money and saw like a 35-40% return. And it was quick.
That's wild, dude. That's like something that, I mean, I still have all of mine in a box somewhere. I never sold any of those. But
the thing is, it's new cards. That's what's fucked up.
Oh, they're new ones that are worth. So
Yeah.
the old ones are still trash.
No, I think no. I think those are worth money too. But I think the real game now is basically like buying a shitload of the new ones as soon as they come out, getting them verified and like and officially whatever signed off on as real or whatever, and then selling them individually. You know what I mean? So you're basically it's just like buying a key. You break it down, you cut it up. You understand?
Right.
You understand.
Money on grams than you do kilos. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, so I'm interested. I'm trying to actually. I've flirted with the idea of starting a little fund for cards. You know what I mean? Getting a serious amount of money together and then throwing it to him and seeing what happens.
Do you think that this card thing is like a bubble that's going to pop? Because it seems like the reason why everyone is making a bunch of money doing it might be for nothing illegal is going on, but it might be a little bit of unfair kind of insider trading going on.
First of all, I love insider trading. I love white collar crime.
Insider baseball card trading.
Yeah, you fucking narc.
Yeah.
No, it's I think it's mainly no. I think it's just it's been. I mean, he's been doing this for a very long time. He's like got a lot of experience, and he's been making a lot of money for a long time. So it's if it explodes now and dips a little bit, that's not a surprise. I think that's any industry goes through those phases. But I mean, it seems I like it because I don't know anything about it, which makes it more fun for me. It's truly like playing. It's like gambling or something else I don't know how to do. Like I do not know anything about sports. I don't care about sports, but I like money.
Yeah, the only thing I know about that is my Ken Griffey Jr. rookie is still not worth anything.
It's still you still get your little $7 for that on eBay. Don't worry.
Right.
So now that you have had some success in the investment world, do you feel like people are coming out of the woodworks and hitting you up with a cold email of like, "Hey, let's get a coffee. I want to pick your brain about a project I have coming up that you might."
The investment opportunities are not exactly flooding my inbox.
Well, they are now. We have a lot of powerful VCs and investment types that listen to this podcast. So you better get ready.
Well, I'm out of money, so they're going to have to wait, I guess. Damn, you guys you're in the South, in the heartland of America.
This is my home, and I'm just giving TJ a little spin, a little tour as a professional guide.
How are you guys? Are you surviving without Erewhon?
No.
It's not great. For me, especially, Jason will eat anything. Jason's eating Bojangles. Jason's eating chicken liver pate. I'm suffering, as you can imagine, as a peckish eater.
Are you not a Bojangles head, being from down there?
I don't eat meat, and I don't eat unhealthily, really.
Oh, then yeah, that won't be anything for you. Then yeah.
I know we were talking about your range. We got sidetracked, but we need to hear about the installation and what this thing is because I'm not familiar. But Jason seemed to get a little chubby when you mentioned it.
Yeah, I haven't. Jason hasn't got that excited about anything I've told him in a long time.
Yeah, I'm hard. I've been hard as a rock since about 11 a.m. when you said we have to push this podcast back half an hour because I'm getting the new range installed, and it ain't a KitchenAid. It ain't the Kenmore.
No, it's
the
custom white Bertazzoni, man. We've been waiting a long time for this guy, and it has exceeded the expectations. I mean, this thing is really sexy.
Bertazzoni. Okay, so Bertazzoni, the all whites.
You got the Coke White range.
We got the Coke White range. Yeah, we had to do it, man.
And it just arrived today.
It just showed up. They're still installing it as we speak.
Damn. The people from the Genius Bar are installing it right now.
Yep. From the Bertazzoni bar.
How are you gonna
right.
How are you gonna pop the cherry on the zone?
My SO went to culinary school. Actually, she went to the Le Cordon Bleu.
It's called LP, not SO. First of all,
All right.
Don't ruin our branding.
What the fuck is wrong with you, bro? Come on, I thought you listened to the show.
I kind of, I don't know. Something about significant other is so funny to me.
I agree.
No, it's smoother than life partner. That's for sure.
It's just so mundane and like I love it.
It's certainly a lot more poetic than saying life partner.
She went to Le Cordon Bleu for RIP for pastry.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
So she's gonna whip up. I don't know what's on the menu, babe? Cheesecake,
Damn.
blinis, and some Hasselback potato gratin. How do you like that?
That is a twisted menu.
I'm curious how you get the potato to Hasselback and au gratin at the same time.
Yeah,
That's I'm gonna have to get that recipe offline. But it sounds like you got a keeper over there.
yeah, it's nice. No complaints in that.
Bro, are you a
department, for
cook?
sure.
Are you cooking also not just in the stew, but in the kitchen?
I
We're not just talking about the goddamn NPC, bro.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, put the 808 down and pick up the spatula.
well, that goes without saying.
Go off.
But-
Go off.
But I really do like to cook. I'm not I have no formal training of any kind, and I'm not like good at it, but I really do. I do breakfast. I'm a big breakfast dude.
Oh, really? Okay. What's our egg specialty over there? If I were to go to your hotel and order the eggs Hawthorne, what would it be?
As lame as it is, I've been doing a lot of avocado toast with the fried egg on top.
Damn, you know what, bro? We were just talking about this, how we all love avocado toast, but ordering it in public is difficult. So doing it at home is a good solution.
I think you just have to kind of have no shame about it and just go for it, right? I mean,
Yeah.
it's universally loved.
You're just a California boy at the end of the day.
It's true.
Yeah, I mean,
So you're a big breakfast guy.
I really do love breakfast.
We don't eat breakfast.
Okay, then
Yeah,
what
we
do
don't
you
eat
what do you
breakfast.
do to keep the pounds down? I know your SO is whipping up these pastries all day. Have you gained weight in the last number of years?
No, dude, I can't. I'm so weird, man. I don't know what is wrong with me. I like
I'm
can't.
so weird.
I'm just so thin and beautiful, and I don't even have to fucking try. It sucks.
Honestly, it's
Dude,
random.
well,
It's so random.
so my girls got us on the intermittent fasting,
okay.
and
Then what the fuck are you doing eating breakfast?
How the fuck are you eating breakfast? Yeah, we don't eat breakfast when we're fasting.
This whole court is out of order.
well, I can't. Yeah, I can't. I just can't do. I can't go without breakfast, man. I love breakfast so much. So we just do breakfast at like 11.
Oh, okay.
And then we'll have like the last meal at 7.
Okay.
The intermittent fast is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Like it really does work. Do you guys are doing that, right?
We try not to eat. I try not to eat. I mean, I exercise fasted, but I have to have something after I exercise every morning, or I'll just feel crazy.
My manager has been on it for years, and he's been, extolling the virtues of the intermittent fast, and I've always been like, dude,
You're too much of a breakfast head to ever even consider it.
I mean, for me, it's always just like been a mathematical formula. Like, if you want to lose weight, it's eat less calories than you burn, and it's like really that simple.
Yeah, easier said than done.
I know it's not actually that simple, but it is.
No, it distilled down to the fundamental facts. That's
Right.
what it is. Obviously, easiest thing to learn, one of the hardest things for every person in the world to do.
Right. It is tough. I mean, especially for those of us who really, really enjoy eating.
Except for your little thin ass.
You're up late in the lab. You got assistants bringing you fucking food from what's the spot, Jason, that he likes?
You got Bossa Nova.
Bossa Nova.
He's getting the LMFAO number 3 Bossa Nova.
You got the runner. You got the runner coming to the Bossa Nova. You spill a damn milkshake on the NPC. Like, how do you do? I mean, I don't even know how you do it, fam. The musician lifestyle is not one that is conducive to health.
I had to like stop doing the intermittent fasting though, because I was like shedding pounds. It's crazy.
Damn.
I was like getting scary thin.
Really?
So now I need to like bulk up. But we did like in the beginning of the quarantine, we were like super good about working out.
Same.
I mean, we were working out.
You got a little gym.
Every
You got a
day.
little gym. You got a little gym in the crib, or just
Yeah, I
the range?
mean, just like area. Yeah, I mean, if you can call it that.
You got the Peloton?
No Peloton. Some weights.
You got some TRX bands in the ceiling.
Some weights. I have a jump rope which I never use. I mean, we were doing like class pass.
Damn.
I mean, but we were really on it. And then when we moved, everything just like stopped.
Well, the PPE ran out, so you had to get back to work. You couldn't just be spending all
Dude.
day jumping rope and doing your little kettlebell swings. I mean, never mind. I'm talking about my life.
I haven't lifted nary a weight in a month or so. So that's part of my problem.
Yeah, for winter time when it chills down a little bit more, the sun ain't out, it's raining and stuff. I always just work out less, put a few pounds on.
Not me.
I know, not you.
Jason's seen it. We've been on the road for a week. I hadn't missed it. Tell him, Jason, I hadn't missed a day.
Yeah, I mean,
I got up at 5:30 a.m. to do Barry's boot camp because we had to leave at 6:15. It ain't nothing. It just ain't. It hits different over here.
yeah.
It's just part of the lifestyle.
Yeah, you
really
know
is.
that phrase of like, how do you know if your friend does CrossFit? Don't worry, they'll let you know. It's
Don't tell you.
same kind of vibe. Same kind of vibe.
It is the same kind of vibe. And you know what? That's fine with me. It's all I have
That's
to talk about. I'm
fantastic.
fucking boring, dude. What do you want me to do? Well, what have you been in the lab though? Crafting the tunes during Are you feeling inspired during the core?
You're holding up a little plaque on social media.
Yeah, we need the info on this plaque, bro. I was
I
checking
got
this
my
plaque out.
the future one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that shit went gold.
Okay,
man,
so you produced a song for rapper Future,
rapper future. Yeah.
and that shit went gold.
Yeah, I mean, I can't. It's like absurd for me to even really take any credit for it. I basically, it's like my voice in the background, and like it's totally filtered out. I mean, it's completely absurd. I should not be geting any credit.
So
for it at
are
all.
you saying that you were sampled or that was your contribution to the track?
So my homie Jake One, who's like the other half of my disco project Tuxedo, he is also like a mega rap producer that has done beats for everybody in the world. And he and I kind of did the sample, and then Southside from 808 Mafia put the drums on it.
Oh, we know who Southside is. Don't look at these two white boys and think we don't know who Southside.
Yes. Yeah. So
you gave him the meat, and he put it into 2 pieces of bread, and next thing you know, you got the gold on the wall.
yeah, next thing you know, yeah,
That's great.
that just showed up.
Is that something that you're going to be doing more in the future? No pun intended, or is this a one-off fluke thing? Is Southside?
It was something. Actually, I've been doing a lot more of it because it's really fun for me. I love because my bag has always kind of been like the old school soul.
Yeah, you're a Def Jux daddy at heart, aren't you?
I was never a huge Def Jux dude, but
Okay, good
Raucous
answer.
for sure back then.
Sure, for sure.
I was a huge Jay Dilla dude coming from Detroit, and that was all. You know, we were always digging for all of his, trying to find all of his Bizarro samples. But you know, like my first records, I basically was making shit that I would want to sample to make a rap beat. And then all of a sudden had like a singing career, so that kind of took a back seat. But then, you know, now like when the quarantine hit and I wasn't doing like sessions, meeting up with other musicians and stuff, I kind of just would sit here, you know, I was just like depressed and, you know, nothing was happening and we couldn't, you know, we weren't going out anywhere and I like didn't feel like making anything. So I would sit and just make little like rap samples basically. And then, I've been doing a ton of that and it's been super fun.
Making a rap sample, that's just like a little what, like a 15-second loop of something. And then you just send those to Southside and he hits the Southside button and it turns into a 21 Savage song.
Pretty much. Yeah. I mean, that's pretty much it.
And then when you do that, then you get like co-production credits on the song if it goes. Is that how it goes?
Yeah, exactly. Yep. Exactly.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
So I basically will make like the music.
Right.
And, and then, you know, I'll let one of the 20-year-old kids in Fruity Loops put the drums and the boom on it. And then that's my way of like, I can like participate in that, which is so dope.
But it's kind of cool that everyone has kind of gotten smart of like, I'm good at, you're good at doing this, I'm good at doing this, and we work together and we can, you know, you can just make 10 songs a day.
Yeah, and then it just becomes that, you know, because, you know, Southside will literally make a beat out of every single thing that Jake ever sends him, and you know, then Future will rap on, or whoever will rap, you know, they'll make 100 songs in a month, and then it's really just the lottery.
What's the song called that you got the plaque for?
It's called Lookin' Exotic. Which is just, yeah.
Damn, that's really cool. And that's on the new Future album? Is that the newest one?
No, that was on, it was on Hendrix.
Oh, okay.
Oh, damn. Okay, you've been in the lab with Southside and Future then. It's been a minute.
It was a couple of years ago for sure, yeah.
And you can just do all of this without ever even meeting any of those people, right?
I've never met any of those guys.
You've never met Southside or Future?
I met Sizzle actually. We were in the studio. Oh my god, we were in the studio. I mean, it was the classic like unbelievable amount of weed smoke and bass. And one of the dudes, we found out like later, one of the dudes at the end of the session, like one of the entourage left the heater on the desk. And you mean the Draco, not like a space
You're
heater.
not talking about the Dyson.
No, I'm talking about, yeah.
You're talking about the sticky.
Yeah. The thing you don't leave on the mixing console.
Damn, he left the sticky on the mixing console and bounced, like had to go?
They were like banned from the studio for life from that.
They got a phone call and they're like, "You're in big trouble, mister."
Yeah, they didn't like that around those parts.
I'm surprised. I thought recording studios knew what fucking time it was, but maybe it's just different in Atlanta, you know. Maybe
I mean, they must know at this point, you know, if you're doing
You smoking weed at the crib nowadays, Hawthorne?
I haven't been. My girl doesn't really smoke that much, so I've cut back a lot. But when I get in like in my album mode, I will partake. I did a lot of mushrooms for the last record.
Really? What's your preferred? Also, congratulations.
Thank you.
What is your preferred method of mushroom taking?
We're doing chocolates. Which is horrible for me because I'm allergic to cocoa. I have like a dumb cocoa allergy, which really sucks, and I have to just like pop a Zyrtec or something beforehand and prep and.
Damn, dog.
But I love the chocolate.
I love the flavor of them. If you, I'll get you plugged up with just the capsules, so you don't have to pop your Zyrtec before. Okay.
I know. I might have to start figuring out another way.
I got you, bro.
But I really do enjoy these chocolates that I've been getting.
So, like, it helps you unlock your musical creativity?
It definitely does. I think so. I mean, it's one of those things that I just think everybody should experience.
Yeah,
at some point.
Yeah, especially Chris. But what are you doing for New Year's Eve tonight, Chief? What's the plan? What's
the move?
Vintage Vouv are we popping?
We're gonna pop a little natural, sparkling something. I'm sure. Mm-hmm. Now that I'm a proud owner of a natural wine bar, I have to get high on my own supply over here.
So you're not going to go do anything. You're going to stay at the crib with Bay.
We're going to be at the crib. I'm going to do a little. Well, yeah. This is gonna air after New Year's Eve, right? So
this is going to air tomorrow.
Yeah,
it's gonna, but you don't have to do like a Zoom concert for Target or anything tonight. Is what I'm asking.
I am doing not for Target. I wish. Oh my God.
He's like, nah. Unfortunately, fuck Walmart. Target forever.
Target for sure. I would take the bag from them any day. But we are doing. We will have done at this point I do my wine and vinyl hour it's like a live stream I do every Thursday night from 6 to 7 Pacific, only on YouTube.
Only on YouTube. So wine and vinyl, what happens on this show? Outside of the obvious.
I drink wine and I play vinyl, and that's it. And that's all there is to it. And we talk a little shit. And it's like so unprofessional.
Also, is somebody chopping something in the background or cutting something with scissors?
Man, that's the new Bertazzoni over there firing up.
Oh, they're hitting that.
Testing.
They're hitting that.
Damn, this mic is so good that you can the Thriller mic just really can't be beat.
Well, it must be nice to be a professional musician.
It's picking that up all the way from. I'm way across the house.
Damn, he just flexed. You hear that, JC? He's like, I'm way across. I'm on the other end of the house, guys. They should not. This house is fucking 2 miles long. They should not be hearing that. I wanted to ask you because when your first song was it just ain't gonna work out. Was that the first song?
If you can even call it a song, it's like it was like a wild just demo that has no bridge or anything. I mean, it was the first thing that I ever recorded or wrote. It was the first song I ever wrote.
That shit really, I don't remember where I heard it. I feel like somebody sent it to me maybe. And I was like, what the fuck is this? Like this shit, there was nothing like it at the time. And I think that's obviously part of the reason it took hold. But did that leak or was it like on MySpace or some shit?
No, it was like properly released. By Stone's Throw Records. Shout out Stone's Throw Records.
And I'm not kidding. I do have the vinyl. I'm not joking. Somebody gave me. I do own the heart-shaped 7-inch.
No tight. Cap. That's so
no
tight.
Cap.
Appreciate it, my man. Thank you.
But but after that shit, kind of. I mean, that's where that just took off because you were DJing before. It
was a perfect storm of events. I mean, it was the dawn of Twitter, which at the time there was like, it was cool to be like a celebrity on Twitter. And then it was really cool if you were like a celebrity on Twitter, it was really cool to like talk about what you liked.
Yes.
Or like just plug things that you thought were cool, which nowadays people would never do unless they were getting paid.
Right.
Perfect.
So they were just happy to share cool things.
But in the dawn of Twitter, like my song dropped, the first song I ever released, and I do think a big part of it, was that it was just so different from anything else that was out at the time. Mm-hmm. But I got a ton of like random celebrities or people that had like big followings on Twitter that would just tweet about it and say, they thought it was cool.
Okay, so like what what celebs are we talking about? Gwyneth Paltrow, Jeff Epstein? Who do we got?
We got
Jeff. Jeff loved it. Jeff played at the island a lot, I heard.
Epstein put it on all of his playlists. Nah, it was Kanye, it was Justin Timberlake, it was like Alicia Keys.
Oh shit.
Snoop was a big one for sure too. People like there were so many really funny ones. Like Deepak Chopra for some reason was like really into it.
Damn, that's sick. I didn't know that. So that really helped. That really helped.
That really moved the needle at the time, yeah. And then I mean it was just like, I don't know, then the heart-shaped vinyl.
Whose idea was the heart-shaped vinyl? Was that yours or was that Stone's Throw?
Stone's Throw didn't want to do that. They're like, bitch, it's going to cost a lot more money than a regular 7-inch. We ain't sure about all this yet. Deepak ain't enough for us.
Well, that's what I thought. So I came up with the idea for it, and I was like, kind of brought it up like sheepishly in a meeting, like, oh, you know, like there's no way these guys will ever go for it because it would just be so outrageously cost prohibitive. Mm-hmm. And they were cool enough to do it. They really believed in it, and they did it.
They still haven't made a profit on the record.
Yeah, they've definitely not made a profit. Yeah, they're still trying to make a profit on that vinyl.
Right, probably. But that single, man, that we sold a lot of copies of that vinyl.
I mean, it was very cool. I mean, Jason and I grew up listening to hardcore and stuff where I remember buying a 10-inch record that was shaped like a buzzsaw, like when I was in high school. So to see, I'd never seen that kind of stuff applied to another genre of music, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'd only seen the craziest vinyl be hardcore or punk exclusively.
Right. I had, I'm a huge vinyl dork. So I had a few, I had one that was like, one was a Diana Ross and Marvin Gaye one that was like on a heart that was from Motown back in the day.
Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize that. Yeah.
And I was like, okay, nobody has done this in 50 years or something. So let's try it. Let's do it again.
So are you still collecting a lot of vinyl?
Man, the pandemic has just been like the worst thing ever for my vinyl spending habit. Yeah, I mean, I've been just letting the chopper spray on Discogs, just like raining. I mean, every day there's like 3 boxes of records that show up at the door. It's crazy.
If I don't give a package every day, I feel bad for myself.
What's our grail? What's the grail you have over there? What's your highest dollar, most prized possession vinyl?
Oh God, that's like I'm trying to think of what I've gotten recently.
It's like asking somebody who's your favorite kid. It's tough.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, there's an LP from this group called WEE, WEE. It's been reissued now, and it's on Spotify, and you can check it out. And it's like one of the most incredible records ever recorded. It's called "You Can Fly on My Aeroplane."
Okay,
damn, that's sick. But now, is that something people are buying because it's like a famous sample and shit, or it's just that good and that hard to find?
I don't know if that one has actually been like famously sampled. It should be if it hasn't been, but it's impossibly rare in like a first edition. And it's just insanely good. It's really good, and it has great artwork. I mean, it's just like the total.
I like that. I like
combo.
that it's not. I'm not a vinyl head, but I always assumed the highest price were obviously just based on people's emotions and samples. Like if it's been sampled famously or it contains the famous sample, then that's what
it's cool that something is so expensive and sought after simply because it's just really good.
Just because it's good.
Yeah, there's another like a gospel thing. I've been listening to a lot of gospel music lately. It's like
I love Kanye West too, man. That's cool. That's cool that you're into
service.
that.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, we love Sunday service.
Some of the old soulful gospel stuff. I mean, I just have to like tune out the lyrics basically, and like sometimes that's really tough. But the musicians are always like the greatest players in the world. So some of it is so good. There's an enormous amount of absolutely terrible gospel records.
Oh yeah,
like most of them are so unlistenably bad, but the ones that are really good, like there's this one from a group called the Supreme Jubilees.
Sounds like a dessert that your girl's gonna make tonight.
Yeah, it does.
Right. baby, you need to work on the Supreme Jubilee recipe.
What's the vinyl storage solution? Are you having custom shelving built? Does your vinyl weigh a fucking ton? How do you store it?
I did have to have custom shelves made at the new house here. Yeah, but that was like one of the amazing things about, like, so when we bought this house, the previous owner had lived here for like 40 plus years and had never so much as like changed a furnace filter. I mean, he didn't do anything. So it wasn't like
he didn't even take the trash out.
Yeah, it didn't have like a shitty Wayfair remodel situation going on, which I loved, because we really got to like design everything from scratch and remodel it.
That's cool. Exactly
how we wanted it. And I got my little dream vinyl corner of the room here where I got, I mean, it's really like fantasy land shit that I just got to design and build. It's awesome.
I love that your man cave is just records. Jason's is like, weird Budweiser fixtures from Publix. He's got
screw you, man.
A couple flat screens. He's got like Tommy Lee on cribs. He's got his own Starbucks in his man cave. It's really it's something to see. And the Jaeger, of course, you got the Jaeger on tap.
It's always ice cold.
It's always ice cold.
Jaeger Hawthorne. How much is that record that we record mint going for nowadays on Discogs?
The Wii, man, if you can find an original copy of Wii, it's probably set you back a rack. No,
okay.
Woo! That's a pair of shoes, bro.
It's gotten really, really insane in the past 5 years, I'd say. It's just like the exponential curve of the value of vintage vinyl is really insane. I mean, it's blowing me away every day. I mean,
well, the same amount of records are always going to be there, and there's just going to be more and more people who want them as time goes on. So
right, they can't make any more of the old ones.
Do you think this is ever gonna? I think this is something I think about. Do you think this is ever going to happen with cassettes or CDs? I mean, obviously not to the extent that vinyl has gone, but I mean, at least somewhat.
It's already happening.
Okay.
For sure.
Really?
Jake used to go, I used to clown on Jake. He would go into Amoeba and he would come out with a bunch of rare CDs. And I would be like, dog, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, sure.
And he'd be like, yo, but he was on it early. I mean, there's CDs now, yeah, that are crazy expensive and rare.
Rare CDs.
Yeah.
Damn, I wonder if I have any rare CDs in my collection.
Probably.
I get Jason, that your 311 discography is probably not worth that much.
Yeah, the amber packaging is unsealed though.
The 311 CD is probably not worth that much, but who are the guys? Nick and somebody?
Peanut is on bass.
Peanut's brother's band that recorded a thing in the garage. That's the thing that was that'll be worth a lot of money.
Got it.
Damn, I need to start copping some CDs on eBay then, because I mean that's my generation. Vinyl's just too heavy and cumbersome for me.
Yeah, you can listen to CDs in the whip.
You already know the Prelude got a 6-disc changer.
So, Mayor, you've been listening to this podcast.
Yeah, first time, long time. I've enjoyed it. I'm a bit of a goner.
Oh, she's a goner. Well, Hawthorne, thanks for doing this. Thanks for potting with us.
It's
Chief.
A pleasure, bro. It's a pleasure.
Man, thank you guys so much.
Yeah, you are taking the title as best dressed guest so far. Best Zoom background.
Yeah, best green screen.
I am impressed.
So album in stores now.
Yeah, the new album Rare Changes is at Sam Goody Musicland locations everywhere.
Yeah, don't stream it. Buy it on CD.
Yeah, cop the vinyl from MayorHawthorne.com.
Okay, we can do that. Cop the vinyl, Mayor Hawthorne. It's a pleasure, guys. Go explore his catalog. Just if you don't think the DSPs are paying him enough, you can Venmo him directly.
And if you have a good vinyl collection and you are hard up for cash, hit him up on Discogs.
I'll buy it. Happy New Year, gentlemen.
All right, buddy. Happy New Year to you too as well.
We'll talk to you soon. Later.
All right.
Peace, dog.